Real-time strategy games are not like other genres of games. With other genres of games, you can just upgrade the graphics, you can make the grass look better, you can make the water look better, you can make the player models look better, you can make everything more realistic with the Unreal Engine 5 Chef's Kiss. But with real-time strategy games, that's not really an option for them. And this is because of something called clarity. Clarity is probably the most vital thing in a real-time strategy game. With every second, there's a decision to be made. Like, do I defend? Do I start making towers? Do I start building units? Do I need to send scouts somewhere? Do I need to capture this point? Do I need to go this point? Do I raid this building? Do I do this? Do I do that? There's so much decisions to be made that you don't really want a player to be burdened with just figuring out what unit they are giving an order to. And that's why realistic graphics don't really have a place in real-time strategy games, because with realism, everything blends together. There's just natural camouflage with the foliage, the trees, the natural colors. That, like with Spellforce 3, the game looks great, Honestly, it does look very good, but it looks terrible from my perspective. I do not know what I'm doing. Like what am I selecting? Is this a foot soldier? Is this a hero? What is this? I feel like the game does not really communicate effectively and helping me focus on making decisions rather than getting bogged down with just worrying about what am I looking at, And that's not to say that a real-time strategy game can't have realistic type of graphics, or more grounded type of graphics, Not every game needs to look like StarCraft 2 or Warcraft, or like what's that new game that's coming out? Like I don't know, I'll edit it in later. But not every game needs to have this like bigger than life cartoonish style, Like there's games like Company of Heroes, Ancestors Legacy, Iron Harvest. You can consider Warhammer 40K because of that grittiness, like more grayish tone thing. Because in exchange for that, they have these unit banners. And that works for them because they are squad-based real-time strategy games. So I don't really have to give an order to each individual soldier. I just have to give orders to just the whole squad in total. And so they have these little icons on top of the unit that is very contrasting to the map. So that works, but that doesn't work for a game like Spellforce where I can control individual units. So would you really want to have like 50 icons just cluttering your map? Because then I'd just rather be blind at that point. So the hardest thing about the graphics in real-time strategy games is finding this balance of function and form. Because a lot of the fun from strategy games comes from the function of it. Because it could be the most beautiful thing. It could have the prettiest form in the world. But if I cannot really function with it, then it's not really gonna be a strategy game to me. It's gonna be like a look at this for like 10 minutes and not know what to do with it, type of game.